AOK Product Reviews. My name's Rich, and today I'm going to talk about, as quick as I can, my 3 favorite Chinese super budget knives. These 3 knives are beefy, strong, and have good materials and good engineering. They're made with quality. They're centered up almost all the time. Yeah, with any knife brand, you're going to come across a model that didn't hit the mark. That just didn't do it right. Don't hold the whole brand responsible for one bad model. It happens. Chevrolet made the Cavalier. And I don't want to talk bad about that because that was a pretty good car and it stuck around for a long time. But you know what I'm saying. The Ford Escort. They have to make certain models to fit certain demographics. That's just the way it is. But I've got 3 knives here that are primarily Chinese made, obviously. These are super budget knives. And when I say super budget, I'm not saying they're super cheap. They're super knives for a budget price. They really are. And I normally start with number 1 because that's how I do. But I am going to start with number 3 on my list. And it's only because, and I think these 2 are related. All 3 of them might be related. It's hard to tell. But I really like this Tactical Gears. I'm going to get more. But that was like a failed flip opening because I didn't push on it hard enough. But this knife right here has a compound grind. It's kind of like a modified Tanto in its own weird way. It's got D2 steel, G10 scales, semi-deep carry pocket. It's got a nice pivot, bearings. I mean, this is a really good looking knife, and it's going to do what you want it to do. It really is. I'm telling you, I can't imagine this knife breaking, to be honest with you. It's so solid. It's got a drop, it's got bearings. It doesn't fly open, obviously, so that means the detent's not perfect. But it's a Chinese super budget knife. So there's Tactical Gears. My next on the list is going to be Efengro. And I think it's Efengro or Effengro. EAF and then Engro. This has got a real pronounced flipper. And this one's going to not fly open, but it's going to come open with a very soft push. Some good jibbing here. D2 steel. Nice fat, flat grind. It's kind of a stone wash. G10 scales. Not a deep carry pocket, but, good enough. Who cares? But, man, talking about a beefy, solid knife. I've got an Efengro fixed blade coming this week. Yeah, I'm pretty excited about it. It's going to be a little bit different. And I want to review more Efengro because I like them. Now, I've got 2-3 other manufacturers that I like a lot that should be on this list, but I just wanted to cover 3. And here is probably my favorite. And if you watch my channel, you know this is probably my favorite super budget manufacturer, and that's Citivian. Citivian does a great job of making a variety of different kinds of knives, different styles, different things going on. This has the Axis lock. I mean, this knife was $29, and it has micarta scales that are contoured. It has a deep pocket carry. This has D2 steel. I was going to say 14C28N, but not this one. Thumb studs. Not liner lock, I'm sorry. It's got like the Axis lock. I'm not sure what they call it. It's got, milled pivot screws. It's got, I think it's got T8 on the pivot and then T6 on everything else. Yeah, these are definitely T6. I can't tell with this. But man, this is going to be one of the best super cheap Axis lock knives you're going to get. And it's got D2 steel. You know I like D2 steel. I don't think it's the best steel. But I don't think we need the best steel on all our knives. I don't have the best steel on any of my knives. You know, I'm not carrying around real expensive, high dollar steel knives. Because, you know, if I wear out any blade, I know how to sharpen a knife. I know how to run it across a stone a couple times, deburr it, and go about my day. It doesn't take long. So I don't need to buy super expensive steel that is hard to sharpen because, you know, don't think that if you're buying really good steel that it's really going to be super easy to sharpen and you're going to get a perfect edge every time. You may even need to send that knife out to a professional to get it sharpened because of the type of steel it has, which takes you into a whole nother world. So now you just bought a $300-400 knife with crazy steel on it that you can't even get a good edge on. And you got to send it out and pay somebody however much money they charge to put a professional edge on it. And then all you got to do is work one more day cutting boxes or something else, and then the edge is gone. So I kind of call poo-poo on that, to be honest with you. But Sativian goes number one, and it's a tight number one, because I know I'm going to get done with this video, and I'm going to say, man, why didn't I have, you know, this up there or that up there? But these are super budget. These are under $30 knives. You know, I think this was 24. This Iffengrow. I don't have model numbers and all that on these. I just pulled them out because I wanted to talk real quick on my favorite super budget Chinese knives. Tactical Gears, Iffengrow, and of course, Sativian. Good stuff, guys. If you want to have a larger knife collection of different blade varieties, different blade materials and shapes, you know, these drop point, Tanto, drop point, but say you want a Wharncliffe, you want a kukri looking thing, you want, I don't know, you know what I mean? You want something different and you want a bunch of them, you can get 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 knives under $200. And they be pretty dang good quality. So if you're that kind of guy, and there's a lot of us out there, because I used to be that guy, I still kind of am that guy, I suggest you look at these 3 manufacturers here, and then there are others that are fantastic. And then you want to go one step up, you go to here, you go to McGuiran, you go to whatever it may be. Shoot, QSP, Ontario at that point. Now you're really talking great quality, you know, and a big name, bigger name at least. So that's my take on my 3 favorite super budget knives. Deuces, guys. Take it easy.